Hello, Vicky, Retro Queen Bee Art. Let's be busy in art. Well, this is series number 7 of 100 for teabag usages, teabag ephemera. And this particular one, I sewed 8 bags together. And I used a machine. Now you could use hand stitching as well. Then I coated it with on the silicone. Oh no, I did not coat it on a silicone mat. I coated it on parchment paper, and I would suggest never to use that because it was hard to take off. And yeah, the silicone mat is the easiest way to apply your gel medium on the mat and then put your tea bag on top of it and then just soak it all in and take a brush and let it dry and you're done. And you've created a Kooky tea bag paper. So this is a big piece of tea bag paper. And my idea is that you could either use this in a journal as a page. You can create a whole bunch of different ones in different colors and use different paints. Here I'm using gouache paint and I'm just making squares, circles, half circles, lines. You could make one that's blended all together in a few colors. And this one I just went with different shapes. Triangles. The gouache paints work pretty good. I did end up spraying more water on top of the tea bags to get it to kind of blend a little bit better on the edging piece. But you can pick out any colors you want, any paint you want. And you could add several of them to a journal that you're making as paper. What I decided to do is just cover a page in my journal with it, and you will see at the end what it looked like. And when you paint like this, try to paint as loose as you can. Don't think about it too much, unless you want something that is a particular way, a particular theme maybe that you're doing in a journal. My journal is eclectic. And that's kind of how I am. I'm an eclectic mixed media artist. I can make scenes though, if I so desire. In this particular painting of these tea bags, I am just going for whatever comes out of my mind onto the tea bag. I do like to make shapes, and so I mix them in here like squares and triangles, circles, half moons, or half circles. Here you see me wetting so it would get more of a run through the lines area. I did put the sewing machine side on the bottom side. Although the bottom side I didn't show it in here, but it was pretty cool. And so you can easily make this into a page in a journal. So let's say you wanted more neutrals. You could paint it gray, black, and white, and maybe add a little hint of blue to it. And then you let it dry. You can I was going to say you can paint the edging, and you'll see me here. I will paint the edging of this particular piece, which kind of gives it like, one of the finishing looks. Here I go. I add the darker color for around the edging. Something's in my way. Not sure what, but something. I like the rough edges, uneven. You really don't need to be worried about getting all your sewing perfect, because I didn't. I just kind of picked the two that were similar in size and then sewed them. I sewed two at a time, and then I connected those two to two and the next two to two, and that's how I did it. But I think hand sewing would be pretty too. And adding some more dark blue with some black. I think it was blue and black kind of mixed in for the edge. And so I used a purple, two shades of blue, an orange, blue, and then the black. And when the orange and blue hit each other, it did kind of do a hue of green. So I do see some green in my finished product. Here I'm just stamping it after it is dry, completely dry. I'm putting some sand script on it. This is one of my favorite script pads. And you can see I do have a little hole there. That's okay if one of your, a little hole here and there, don't matter. It really doesn't matter. And then I'm getting my China ink. This is, I think, gold black ink. I can't really tell the difference from black and gold black ink. They all look the same to me, so I don't know why they label them differently. I'm just making any kind of ink will do here, and you could use a really tiny paintbrush. I'm using my bamboo stick that came with my inks when I purchased them. I'm just maybe like a tree, making marks that look like a tree stems. Really like the tree stem effect. It's not perfect. Some of the lines are bigger, some of the lines are thinner, and that's okay. I like that look. Then I get my butterfly stamps out and do black butterflies around the tea bag page. I thought the limbs that I drew and then adding the butterflies would be cute. Whimsical, that kind of goes together, right? I just put the butterflies on all different types of directions. I think they look better. I think I kept like, let's see here, 1, 3, 4, 5 on one page, and then 3 on the other page. Then I decide I want gold splatters. So that's what I'm preparing. That's the Folk Art Gold paint. And I showed you my ink pad only because it is a great ink pad for putting on stamps like this. It's versified and it's a pigment ink for fine details. Onyx black. It's really a good ink pad. Then I decide to add white speckles with the gold speckles. I think white just brings out the paper color a little bit more than the gold. The gold looks good, but it's more of a blending gold versus the white that really kind of makes the pictures stand out more. So here's my page. It's an old piece of paper, and I'm just putting my liquid gel medium on it and spreading it with the brush. This is like a trigonometry paper, and I'm just going to leave some of the paper showing. You can't really put all too close to the border there. And I turn it around, and there will be some excess that'll stick out that can be used to turn your page. Again, I'm applying gel medium to the old piece of paper that I did dye. So I'm trying to even it up there on the ends and the side and pushing it down. Anyway, this is the final product after I put in the parchment paper and set it on a book. I set a book on top of it to let it dry. I'm showing you how to flip the page back and forth with the tab that was made. Thank you.